Good morning. Hello. If you're new here, my name is Robbie Rabala, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Bern, North Carolina. I would love for you to join us and have some fun. I love sharing my ideas, and I try to give you a variety of ideas. Now, make sure you have your beverage of choice so that you can sit back, relax, and enjoy me. Hey, Tony, and enjoy me, and enjoy yourself is what I meant. Make sure you got your beverage of choice because I got 3 cards today. I'm using one layout and making 3 different cards to show you how you can use the same layout over and over again. And guess what? I'm using all stuff that I had. It's not anything new. We have a few weeks left for the occasions catalog. It's the January to June catalog. And so I'm using, all my paper is from there. And I have 1 stamp set from there. Hey, Barb. And then 2 stamp sets have carried over. So I'm using the 2 of them. So I wanted to just, show you some different things that you can do. And I'm looking for the last stamp set. 5. So I can mark it and have it. That way I can show you where it is in the catalog. And you don't have to go, where was that? Where did she get that? So I've got them all marked. I had 1 stamp set I hadn't found. And I just did it. Hey, Renee. All right. I have not even called myself up on my computer. Oh my gosh. I am way behind this morning. So let me call myself up. I know you don't want to see my big old head. Of course, now it's going to take it a while. Okay, there we go. Okay, all set. Now we're good. All right. Whew. I've been running today. I knew what it was going to do. Actually, I had chosen I was going to do 3 different cards, and I thought, well, wait a minute. Let's use one layout and create 3 cards to see 3 different ideas with it and how they can look entirely different. So that's what I've done. I have come up with paper and stamp sets, and the stamp sets I'm using, other than, none of them go with the paper. So some more ideas for you. I love giving my ideas like that. I know that money's tight right now for everybody. So it's like, okay, what can I do to support you in your paper crafting? So hopefully this will be one of the ways that that will help you. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. We have some gorgeous weather. We had storms come through here last night, which I know a couple of people did. They were wicked storms. There was heavy wind and some rain with it, and it was like crazy. But it's really nice outside. The sky is that beautiful Carolina blue, and it's hopefully going to be a great day today. It won't be too hot. Humidity won't be there. It'll be perfect day for having some fun outside. I started organizing some things last night. My embellishments, they were all mixed up and everything else. So I went through and I pulled out all the ones that are current. And I saw Patty Bennett. I think she was the one. She organizes her embellishments and then puts them all in sleeves like this. So I ordered 1 package to see if I would like it. And I did. And so then I ordered some more because I've got several. And then what I'm doing is, let's see, I've got a couple here that are in those sleeves. I'm going to take and I'm going to, hey, Linda, I'm putting them, I have this bin, it was my daughter's, she didn't want it. So I put them in these sleeves and I'll store them all in here that are current. Then I have a ton of retired ones. So what I've done is I've put all of those. I haven't put them in, all of them in sleeves yet. I ran out of sleeves, but some of them are. And I've got those in a bigger box. Ooh, Washington, good for you. It's early there. So that's what I'm in the process of doing, is getting this organized. I went through, oh my gosh, my ribbon was out of control. So I went through it. I pulled out all my current ribbon and I've got it all organized, my threads and all. And I'm down to a little like pencil box, those plastic pencil boxes with the tops. I'm down to one of those that has current ribbon. Now, I use my retired ribbon in my kits and things like that, so it won't go to waste, so to speak. All right, it is time to get started. I'm gonna take one more sip. You still have a few seconds. If you don't have your favorite beverage, go grab it quick. And I'm gonna move mine out of the way because if I don't, I'll have a mess. I was looking on Facebook and a friend of mine shared a picture. She turned her water over and ruined one of her projects, but it was just one piece, not the whole project. And I went, been there, done that. So I don't ever keep water around my stamping anymore. All right, if you're the type that gets dizzy, time to close your eyes because I'm gonna turn myself upside down and flip me. And hopefully, I do this seamlessly. It's easier if I flip than taking the camera out and everything else. Now I've got to do some rearranging, but I'm not going to be moving the camera anymore. So if you want to open your eyes, you can. I think I went the wrong way. I'm trying to get that last little bit. Nope, still not right. Let me see. Almost. A little too far. And this side is up too much, so I'm going to tilt it this way. Let's see. Let's hope that worked. No, I went the wrong way. Dang. So, all right. As you can see, the first card we're going to make, and I apologize, there's a glare, so I'll hold it up. We're going to use Nature's Harvest. I'm going to use this little image here. And I'm pairing it with the Heart and Home pattern paper. Now, the Nature's Harvest stamp set is carrying over. You can find it on page 68 in the new catalog. The Heart and Home paper is good until the end of this month, if it's still available, and it may be discounted. I don't know if it is or not. So that's the two places, and that's on page 59 in this January to June catalog. I still call it the Occasions catalog because that's what it was for years and years. All right. Since this has navy, it has Misty Moonlight, but that's retired and I don't have any of it left. So I'm using it with Night of Navy just to show you, because this is Misty Moonlight doesn't mean you can't use it. Now, all of my cards today have the same layout, and all of them have this, the sizes will all be the same. So what I will take and do is I will post all the measurements afterwards and take pictures. I had to go get my glue and I'm running low. I hope I don't run out because it was on the other table. So here we go. I'm going to take and I'm going to add my piece of navy blue, and this is a normal layer. All right. And I'm going to add that to my card base like so. All right, I may end up just sticking with the glue. I don't like it for my hands, but that's all right. I can work with it. If I make a mess, it gets, my hands get sticky. All right, I'm gonna add glue to both of these. All right. These are going to be quick cards because it's just how it's going to be. So I'm going to leave this one like right about there. All right, and then this one, I'm doing the two outsides first, and then I can place my one on the inside. And with that one, I probably should have set that in there, but I think I'm pretty close, okay? Because then I have to, oh, that one is so crooked. Oh my gosh. Can I get it up? Go down a little bit more. I cannot believe that was that crooked. Were you yelling at me? It's crooked, it's crooked. There. Okay. That was better. And see, then I can put this one in. I'm going to turn it around. It looks better this way. And all I have to worry about is making sure these two sides are evenly spaced. This and this. This is a little bigger than that one, but it's one of those things. By the third one, I should have it down pretty good. All right. So if you're going to make these, and I hope you will give it a try. All right, there we go. So there's the card base. I'm going to have to stick something under there, I think. Now I'm going to take my image, and I'm using Night of Navy ink. And I'm going to stamp that on this panel. Now, I did measure my panels ahead of time, and depending on what image you use, your panels may be different sizes, and you'll see because mine is. All right. Okay, so I've got that. That's a cute little stamp that you can stamp in any color. So it's a great set to have, because then you can use it with any color you want, and you don't have to color it in, and it still looks nice because it's got a lot of detail to it. I'm drying this a little bit because with my luck, I'd put it down and it would smear. I'm going to put this on because it'll be a few minutes before I use it again, and I don't want it to get hard. I've been having a lot of trouble getting the pin in here lately. There it goes. Not close enough to my eyes, I guess, to see. All right, I'm going to put this on here. All right, I'm having a hard time seeing it, so I'm going to pull in a scrap. I have a hard time. It's interesting because I can add my white to any other color, even black, on here without worrying about it. Navy, I cannot get a good eye on. It's too close. So I just pull in a scrap to look at. And now I'm going to add some dimensionals. And I got to cut some. And card one is almost done. Now, I'm not adding a sentiment to mine. You can, when you make it, I tend to leave mine blank. That way I can use them for any occasion and not have to worry about it. All right, let me get my pokey tool and take off the rest of these backs. There we go. And I'm going to add this on here, and I'm going to add it right in the middle, as close as I can see. And now if you want a sentiment, you can put it down here and use a long sentiment. If you're going to use another one that's wider, then you may need to shift that up. But there's card one, and so cute and so easy. All right, let's make card two. Card two uses, all right, let me get my books. Card two uses another set from the annual catalog. Oh, there's a piece of ribbon in there. Must have been when I was looking for it. I'm using Artistically Inked. I'm going to use this large flower and the center, and you'll see why I chose this artsy flower. Okay, and I'm pairing it with Abstract Beauty paper, which is here. So it's this paper, and because this was kind of artsy, I figured I needed to use an artsy kind of flower. So that's what I did. All right, so let's make card 2. All right, so here's my stamp set. That's what it looks like. This is a great set. I love that image. Oh, I use it a lot. And I chose this, I don't know, artsy kind of paper, and I'm pairing it with these 2 strips. So, and I got these from scraps that I had. So here's my white, or my pink, oh, it says I have a comment. Okay, it's not. All right. My comments are frozen, I think, but that's okay. As long as you guys are still here, that's fine. It says that you are. All right. Again, I'm going to start with my 2 outside pieces. Now, I would have put this on Just Jade, but Just Jade is another color. I do not have any of it left. This is the first year in a long time that I have used up several of my retiring colors. Usually I don't. I'm going to go ahead and put this on here because then it's ready. And let's see, I'm going to try this one differently. See if I can get it on there straight this time. All right, I'm going to put this on like so. I have to move it over. I can't have too much space. All right, and then I'm going to put this one on. And I got to flip this one around because I can't see that side because I'm right-handed. If you're left-handed, you're perfect, but not me. All right, I think I've got it as close as I can get it to the other side. All right, and now for the middle one. And I think I'm doing pretty good with my tops and bottoms, making them even. All right, now this one is sticky because it's dried some, so I have to be careful. Let's see, that looks good. All right, so there's my panel. And I'm going to take and fold my card base. I also used white card bases for all of these because it was easier than, oh, I'm running out. Either that or I'm clogged. I think I might be clogged. I might have to soak this. No, I'm running out. All right, let me try one of these. I've got a bunch of these up here. Hopefully they've got some left into it. Enough to get me through this morning anyway. Not much left in that one. And there I go, dropping the top. I'll have to try the other one for the next. All right. Gonna open this up. All right, this way. I know, I look at it and it's not a directional pattern, but this looks like the top to me. Oh, this is on crooked too, so I gotta shove it over a little. So I just flip it around. I know a lot of times they're not directional, but sometimes they look upside down to me. Okay, so I'm gonna stamp this flower using Blushing Bride because that's what color that is. I will tell you, my Blushing Bride has a brown look to it. And I don't want a pinky brown, brownie pink, whatever you want to call it. And I'll show you on a scrap. Give me a minute here. I'll flip this over. See, that doesn't go. But what I have found is and I used a re-inker to re-ink it, so I'm thinking the re-inker was not good. If I off-stamp it when it dries closer to that. So if you're having trouble with your Blushing Bride being brown, pinky brown, try off stamping it and see. All right, I needed a center for this flower, and there's a few gold accents, so I thought, oh, I'll put a gold center to it. Now, I know we don't carry gold anymore, but I've had it for a while, and I still use mine. So, it may not look real gold, but at least will match a little bit better. Once it dries, I have to be very careful because this is a pigment ink and it takes it a while to dry. You can hit it with the heat tool, but I'm not ready for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it would look like, and then I'll put this one together later for when I take my picture. I may cut it down because this is kind of big too. But there's what that one would look like. You can easily add gems to any of these and everything. So there's card 2. I'm going to keep it together as best I can for the final one. And then the last card I'm using or doing, I am using the Flowering Rain Boots, which is on page 30 of the January to June catalog. And I paired it with the Flowering Fields Designer Series paper, which is on page 15. I loved this, but that was too much work for me. I'm sorry. I know some of you like to do things, but there's a lot of pieces there, and I was like, no. So I loved what got me on this set was the wellies. I love those wellies. And it had tulips in it, so it went. But I thought those were so cute, and I used them a lot, and I'm so sad it's retiring. All right, so there's what we have. And from the pattern paper, I chose, oh, and I didn't grab my ink. Dang it. I'll have to do that. I chose to use this pattern with those two. I kept it very simple. So let me see. I know the tulips are going to be blackberry, but I don't know what the green is in there. Pear Pizzazz. All right, so let me grab my Pear Pizzazz real quick. All right, so I have my stamps. Now, the other thing is this is way too big. I only want that much. So I'm going to be doing some masking, but let's get our card put together. And this is just, as you can see, it's the back. I'm going to try this one. I still have another one over there. Let's see. Oh, this one has plenty. It'll be oozing out on me. I store them upside down because then the glue stays towards the tip. All right, so let's take this one first. I'm going to get my card straight. I'm going to put it down. And I'm watching my top and bottom and making sure they're straight. And then if I need to, I can adjust the side to make it straight. Now this one. All right. Got to turn it upside down. And I want it this way. Get this on here. Normally what I would do, the other thing you could do, and it just occurred to me, figures, you can take, to make sure it's straight, take a ruler, and if you have a T ruler, that's the best one, and you can put your, oops, I got it upside down. Your T ruler sits against the side, and then you can use the straight edge to put your pieces on. So use a ruler. I like the T ruler because it doesn't shift on you like a regular ruler would. All right, now this goes on like so. I'm going to get my top even and straight. And this one, maybe I cut this paper wrong. It's wider there than there. Oh, who knows? All right, I got glue on my finger. That's why I don't like those big ones. I get glue all over my fingers with them. All right, let's put this on. See if I can do it without getting glue on my finger. There's plenty of glue left in that one. All right, I'm gonna put this down. And then this goes on. Now just make sure if your paper is directional when you put this down, it goes on the right way. You don't want your paper upside down. Okay, so there's that one. All right, now we got to do some masking. I measured, and you know what? I think this is going to be too big. We'll find out. I do not want this part. So I'm going to take a Post-it note. And if I'm doing something like this, that's just a one-time deal, I will use a Post-it note. But a lot of times I use my repositionable labels because I can use them over and over. So I'm going to add some ink. All right. And I'm going to stamp this in the middle towards the bottom because I don't know where my tulips are going to go. I had a brain freeze there for a minute. And I didn't get the Blackberry Bliss ink. I got the Pear Pizzazz, but not the Blackberry Bliss. Oh my, good thing my ink pads are right there. All right, now when I put this on, it goes on like this. So I don't need these two over here because that goes to the part I didn't use. You could have used the whole thing, but I thought it would look funny at 2 levels. So I did the one. All right, so I'm going to pull in the same Post-it note, but I'm just going to be careful because I don't want to get that green, not that it's going to matter, in my Blackberry Bliss. And my Blackberry Bliss is really juicy, so I didn't press really hard. As you can see, it's pretty shiny on there. All right, now all I have to do is line this up. Well, it would help if you did the right 2. I inked up the wrong 2. Oh my goodness. Good thing I have my place where all right, let me make sure I ink up the right 2. These 2 over here are the ones that have to go away. All right, try this again. Don't you love it when I make mistakes? Oh my gosh. There. And I'm going to put that straight in the trash because if I don't, it'll have ink all over everything. Now let's see if I can stamp this. And I can. So I'm kind of, this one is a funky stamp. You have to stamp it kind of crooked, but I make it work. Oh, poo, I got a little extra. All right, and this is way too big, so I'm going to cut this one down. So give me a minute to do this one, so then I can go ahead and attach it, because if I don't, I'll have 2 that aren't attached. That'll look strange. So I need it 2/4. I'm cutting down the other piece at the same time. And hopefully I've cut it right. They're very close, so nope, it goes this way. All right, I'm mad I caught that edge. Dang it. I didn't see it. Usually I can see it, but I didn't see it. All right, so it goes on this way. Well, it's going to move on me, so I got to hold it. I might be able to get some of that off with my sand eraser, but it might mess it up. All right, let's add some dimensionals to the back of this. And we will have our 3 cards done in about a half hour. So if you're looking for, you know, if you're going to be making cards, batch make them. It's faster, and, you know, I love to do mine assembly style. If I've got a lot to make, I take and I cut all my paper. Then I do all my stamping. In this case, I didn't. I do it separately. And then I put it all together. But with you guys, that wouldn't have been too cool. So we do it this way. All right. So then this is going to go on here like so. And there it is. So there's card 3. I'm going to put that one down here. Make sure they stay in. Here was card 1 that we did. I need to make sure that one's in. Nope, not enough. Bring it down some. And I'm going to grab this one. Oh, it's still not enough. Oh, there it was. It was okay. I think that's it. And there's card 2. So there's card 1, 2, and 3. So what do you think, guys? Do you like this layout? Great way to use your scraps. And it's only stamps, paper, and ink. Again. So, you know, I know we all love to have all of the supplies and all, but, you know, if you don't have it all, or if you're just starting out, you may be looking for some ideas. So there you go. Clean and simple, quick and easy. And I hope you share my video, tell your friends, especially if you've got people who want to get started. Say, look, there's a lady who does YouTube lives on Saturday mornings, and it's just stamps, paper, and ink. Perfect way to get started. All right, let me flip this around. All right. Close your eyes. I forgot to tell you. Close your eyes. I'm not moving it. All right. All right, now I'm going to do it. So most people should have their eyes closed. Okay. Oh, thanks, Renee. All right, got it. I'm going to get my water. Whew. Totally forgot. You guys would have been dizzy. I have a busy day. I have to do my newsletter. Now, if you haven't signed up for my newsletter, you need to head on over to my blog, creationsinpaper.com, and sign up. We give away, there are 3 of us that work together, and we do a tutorial each week. So each week you get a tutorial for 1 card, and it's a full tutorial. It's pictures, measurements, and directions. And the measurements are in all 3 measurements. It's metric, the English metric, and inches. So we cover all the bases. But I have to do that, and then I have to make a broccoli salad for a picnic this afternoon. So I have a busy day ahead of me, but I had to show these cards. And I like the fact that I showed you 3 different designs. If you like this idea, let me know. Tell me in the comments. Oh, I love the idea of 3 different cards using 1 layout. And that'll give me some ideas for next week, because I had pulled 3 different ideas, but I could do the same thing next week with an entirely different layout. All right, it is time to get going. You got things to do. I got things to do. I am so glad you joined me today, and I love sharing some time with you as we do some paper crafting. Have a great weekend, guys, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye.